my name is Eric, and today I'm going to be talking about digital versus physical in the video game industry. So, one controversial thing in the video game industry nowadays is the fact that a lot of retro gamers, like people who play like 3rd gen, 4th gen, 5th gen, and maybe 6th gen. If you don't know what that is, it's like NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, any of the early 3D systems, PlayStation, N64, or even the Dreamcast. Some people might consider the PS2 a retro system. I somewhat do. But so what I wanted to go into was, what are the advantages of having a physical copy over a digital copy? Well, to begin with, let's put a case. See, I got a game right here. It's a Sly 3: Honor Among Thieves. Great game, by the way. But so if I were to open this up, now there's an instruction manual in here. That's pretty cool, right? It's in the shape of the Thievius Raccoonus. If you don't know what that is, play the game, you'll know what it means. But there was a little cutout right here, and basically there were these 3D glasses that you could put together. Now a lot of you might be thinking, well, those Red and Scion 3D glasses, they're pretty stupid. Like nobody actually wears those while playing the game. True. Like, even I don't find myself using it that often. But it's still cool to have. Like, if you were to get the digital version of the Sly collection, I know there's a physical copy, which I actually own, but if you got the digital version, you wouldn't get these. Actually, you wouldn't get it with the physical collection. But either way, you don't get cool stuff like this. Like, that's only one main point, but I just wanted to show off how cool stuff like this was. You know? Like, you don't get that with anything else. And I'm gonna go on to my second point where... So, another advantage when getting a physical copy of a game is that you own that game for the rest of your life. Like, I used to download a lot of digital games, like mainly NES and SNES games, on my 3DS. But the problem with that was that, like, my old 3DS, like, broke one day, and, you know, I had a lot of games on that. Like, a lot. I was like a digital nerd back then. And I felt pretty bad, because, like, you know how much money went into that? I couldn't even transfer it. But, what I'm trying to prove here is that if you buy digital games, like, and your console dies, all of those games that were on it go with it. Now, of course, that's Nintendo. They don't really have a reliable service. Say, like, PS3. You know, if your PS3 dies, just connect to the PlayStation Network. If you log in with the same account, you get all your stuff back. But, I should probably leave that right there. It's kind of awkward. Like, you get all your games back, sure, but how long are those servers going to be up for? If you don't think that servers like that are giving you all these games are eventually going to go down, look at the Xbox. The original Xbox, not the 360. When I talk about Xbox, a lot of people seem to think I'm talking about the 360. I don't know, whatever. Those servers have gone down, and I'm actually not sure if it had any digital games, but it had a lot of DLC and stuff that you could purchase digitally You can't get that stuff now. Sure, you can mod your console, but like you can't officially get that stuff, which is kind of sad. I mean, if imagine if that system supported digital games and you bought a lot and your hard drive died, you wouldn't be able to get them back. So my point being is that physical copies of games, to me, are the superior way to go. So you might be wondering, well then they're ripping me off by trying to sell me digital copies. I don't get all these benefits from physical copies. Now, I might be a pro physical person. That sounded dirty. but but there are some advantages, believe it or not, to digital copies. For example, I have this game, Xenoblade Chronicles, right here. Of course, I was lucky enough to get a decently priced physical copy. Not gonna go into that. So this game normally goes around a little bit over the original retail price, which is pretty stupid. Even used, they're expensive. I got this one for an okay price. I could have gotten better. But one thing that Nintendo released this game, re-released this game on the Wii U eShop. So you might be thinking, well, why is that a big deal? I have the Wii version. There's no point. Well, people who don't own the Wii version might have a hard time finding that. And, you know, this is a really great game. And I recommend it to people often, but, like, I don't think a lot of them are actually going to go out looking for this game. Like, not everyone is a hardcore collector like me. But, if you can find this game physical, I would recommend it, but on Wii U eShop, it's like $20. Like, that's cheaper than where you would normally find it. So, I know there's a lot of controversy with digital gaming, but I really do think that in some cases it actually does have advantages. Sadly, I don't have any NES, SNES, or any cartridges to show you. But there's another point I want to make. The reason I used to buy all my retro games, like, when I say retro this time, I mean SNES. I should have been clear on that. You know, you get the original, if you can get the original packaging and all that, that's cool and all, but, you know, the original hardware like that dies. And what I mean by die is, like, the hardware isn't exactly the most reliable. I mean, it's been around for decades, most likely. So, like, for example, if you have maybe an original copy of Super Mario World, you put hours into that game, and you have a fully complete save profile. That's cool. I mean, but that actually won't stay on the cartridge forever. Like, I've been looking into this, and, you know, people who have old Super Nintendo cartridges, there's a save battery inside of it, and over time, that battery will die. Like, it won't hold your progress anymore. So, another reason I sometimes prefer digital is because if you have a digital copy of the game, you don't have to worry about any of those hardware issues. You know? So yeah, usually with those older games, like, I like to go digital. But of course I would one day like to actually get into collecting the original cartridges. If it's affordable. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about today. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that physical is better, digital is better? Do you think digital is better with physical having I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you think digital is better with physical having some advantages or the other way around? Or do you lie somewhere in between? I know PC gamers are probably going to be looking at this video, don't know why, but just know I don't like PC gaming. I don't like emulators. So if you're going to go into that, don't even bother. I'm not going to answer. So yeah. I'm Eric, and I'll see you guys later.